Good afternoon. In the meantime, I should tell you that I wrote this a week ago on January 13th, 1 week after the terrible events in Washington. And so I titled this one, What is Truth? That's the question Pilate asked Jesus in the Gospel of John before he sentenced Jesus to a brutal execution. And that question, what is truth, is as valid today as it was 2,000 years ago. Not only is this a great question to ponder, but we might do well, before we do that, to review some of the top 40 of Jesus' teachings. We find these in Matthew chapter 5 and 6. Here we go. 1. Let your word be yes, yes, or no, no. Anything more than this comes from the evil one. 2. If anyone strikes you on the right cheek, turn the other one. 3. If anyone wants to sue you and take your coat, give your cloak as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go also the 2nd mile. Give to everyone who begs from you, and do not refuse anyone who wants to borrow from you. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Beware of practicing your piety before others in order to be seen by them. Store up yourself treasures in heaven. You cannot serve God and wealth. And do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink. That's just a selected subset of Jesus' teachings. And they are part of the operating playbook of living a Christian life. Of course, we are also commanded to follow the moral teachings of the Hebrew Bible, especially the 10 Commandments. 2 of these are vital to our question today. Number 9, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. And number 10, you shall not covet. When we bear false witness against someone, we are lying or not telling the truth. The motivation for lying generally has to do with commandment number 10, that is, our insatiable desire to take things that do not belong to us. What happens when institutions and their leaders do not tell the truth? The church, Catholic and Protestant, has been involved in what we now call the misinformation business, not telling the truth, for centuries. My favorite among these is Pope Joan, who is not my wife, but is a 9th century fiction that persisted for 900 years. Look it up. It's very funny. But there are more serious fictions that lead to church doctrines, such as claiming the Bible is without error. False doctrines that cannot be supported by the Bible cause harm to people today, just as they did during the Crusades, the Inquisition, and the Protestant Reformation. How many people will continue to be seriously harmed or even killed by the false doctrines that people present as the, quote, truth of the Bible? And when will church leaders condemn such falsehoods as causing harm as bad or worse than racism or sexism? Our nation is rotting from the inside out, from a blizzard of lies, all designed to maintain power and control. Yes, lies have been told from both sides of the aisle for 2 centuries. Yes, tech companies on the internet have figured out how to monetize misinformation, lies, and made a fortune. But a lie on one side does not justify a lie on the other. The lies of late have reached a point never seen before. Murder in the Capitol and an attempted coup d'etat. It grieves me deeply. Before you forward to all your friends that clever thing you see on your computer, just remember, real Christians don't forward. Instead of telling people all your political and social views, try to sit down and listen to others without judging them. Ask clarifying questions. Do not try to convince or argue with them. St. Francis advises that it's better to seek to understand others than to be understood by them. Real Christians listen. Finally, we might create a better world if people simply respond yes or no. Anything else comes from the evil one.